I wanted to ask you about secret societies, because secret societies are an important part of the Langdon novels.
Sure.
In Angels and Demons, it was the Illuminati. In the Da Vinci Code, it was the Prior of Sion. And in this book, it's the Freemasons. What is it that you think it really allows you to do in a novel to write about secret societies?
Well, just a moment about the Masons. We live in a world where people are killing each other over whose version of God is accurate. And the Masons are a global organization that will pull in, Muslims, Christians, Jews, Hindus, just people who don't even know what to call their religion. And they will have them have a spiritual experience, worship, as brothers. And I have great respect for that. So that's sort of one reason that I was drawn to the Masons specifically. Secret societies, we all love secrets. And when there's a group of people who won't tell you what they're doing, it's our tendency to imagine the worst. So it's a lot of fun to sort of explore these organizations and tell the truth about them rather than let people's imagination conjure the worst.
Yeah, it's true. And when you notice in fiction a lot, people write about corporations because there's a very dark element to the big guys on top, and it lends itself well to fiction. Same thing with secret societies. Do you feel like, for you, is there a litmus test, either in terms of the relevance or just the dynamic of a secret society? Because there are a lot of conspiracy theorists in the world who will look at anything that is remotely, smacks of a secret society, and will imagine all kinds of tales around it. For
Sure.
you, because you obviously have millions of people who are reading these books, is there a litmus test that you think about? Did you really examine the Masons in great detail before you thought, this is what I want to write about in my new book?
Sure. I mean, there is a litmus test in that I have to believe it. And, I am the exact opposite of a conspiracy theorist. You know that. Certainly some of my readers might say, really? I'm actually a very skeptical person. And when I approach something like noetic science or the ancient mysteries or the Masons and want to give shocking, surprising, entertaining, educating information, I have to be very, very sure that I believe it. And as you know, one of the reasons this book took a little bit longer than others is that the information, both about the Masons and about noetic science, and certainly about the ancient mysteries, is sort of so shocking and so startling that I needed a number of years to study it to the point where I really understood it, really believed it, and got to the point where I could weave it into a fictional story and say, this is real.
Do you feel in advance, and I asked about this litmus test, when you look at all the elements of a novel, like the ancient mysteries or like noetic science, do you need to be able to see from the very beginning a pretty clear game plan of how you're going to weave these elements and actually turn it into something that in the end is going to come out as a commercial novel, a thriller that has great entertainment value as opposed to just simply a history lesson?
No, without a doubt. And that is the hardest part of my job, as you know, to create a structure on which to hang all of this data, all of this subject matter. I think of writing a novel in a way like building a house, that you can't start until you've created a foundation. You need to know the shape of the base of the house, and you need some sort of structure. And that really can't change. But as you get into the details of building a house and of writing a novel, you might change things. You might say, these cupboards should go over here. I don't like that color, I'm going to paint it something else. So small things will change through the process, but the structure of the novel you need to be able to see from beginning to end, especially if it's, the kind of books that we work on together are very complicated, a lot of different plot threads, a lot of twists, and you can't just hope that you're going to have an answer. You can't paint yourself into a corner and cross your fingers that there's going to be a way out. You have to really plan ahead, or
That's true.
might end up spending a long time writing a book.